Okay, so today we're going to get started using the basic features of your Diigo library. You should have already created your Diigo account and added the Diigo web extension to your browser. If you have not done that, please pause this screencast and go back to this week's instructions and complete those two items. We're only going to look at the basic features of Diigo, which is a social bookmarking site that will help you keep track of your research as you find it online. So let's do a Google search for just a pretty basic social justice topic that might be something that you're looking at for your research. And let's look at same-sex marriage. And let's look at only items produced by university websites. Okay, so here we have the search results, and I'm going to open up this website from the Florida Coastal School of Law, and we're going to see what this site has to offer. Let's imagine that I find this useful for my research in some way. Perhaps it's just to give me a few ideas of things that I can research elsewhere at a later date. Perhaps there's some great statistics here I want to pursue. Either way, just as an example, let's say I want to keep track of this. I can now go up to my Diigo library and tell Diigo to save this website in my library. At this time, I'm going to add tags here to indicate what types of categories I might put this in when I'm back in my library. So marriage, equality, and law, and maybe same-sex, or some other terms that will help me categorize this. So I'm going to save it to my Diigo library. Once I've done that, you'll notice that these icons come up in the top right-hand corner. Those are part of my Diigo web collector, and those indicate some of the tools I can use to manipulate this material. So as I am reading through, if there are particular passages that I'd like to highlight or perhaps make note of in some way, I can do that here. And Diigo will save that material to my library. So let's go back to that library and see what it looks like in Diigo. I can do that two ways. I can go back to diigo.com and sign in and navigate to my library. Or if I am on the page that I was reading, I can click on the web extension, and here at the bottom I can choose my library. Either way, I end up in the same place. And you'll notice that this article I saved now shows up on my list, where I have a few other things as well, along with the tags that I used. Those tags also show up over here in a menu on the left. So as I continue with my research and tag additional resources, they will be categorized together with these other tags, which will make it very easy for me to navigate to related material. And also the highlighted phrases and the notes that I made show up here underneath the article. What Diigo does in this case is it provides for me a very organized, simple way to keep track of not only resources but the notes that I make within those resources as well. So that's how you use Diigo. There are additional features that we will look at during another lesson, including the outliner feature, which is something that you will need later on. You'll notice there is a little introduction to that here that I'd like you to look at this week so that we can dig into outliner next time next week. Okay, thanks.